What it do? What it do? What it do? Water is water, but it's a whole lot going on under surface. What's the vibe, man? 888, peace and prosperity. This rotation is the greatest in every rotation at that. Choices, chances, and changes, dedication, determination, and discipline. If it ain't add value to you, cut it and don't add value to it. My 2 cents, you can either cash out, throw it in a wishing well, and wish me well, man. I don't eat where you and you don't where I eat. So everything I say, take it with a grain of salt. Always do your research. And if you new, you don't know what to do, hit D. All of the above, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's get it, let's get it, let's go. Vamosa. Hey, drop your V's if you're vibing with me. And if you're not, you're only going to feel violated. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome to the channel, man. You're vibing high. It's the 7-8, the point ones, the VBs, the YZs, man. It's the V to the B to the Y to the Z. And don't forget my old ho. It's Vibo, man. Welcome back to the motherfucking channel. You know, Simi. And we're gonna chop it up with the chosen ones, man. It's a couple ins and outs. It's a couple things you do, and it's a couple things you don't do. And I'm gonna go ahead and speak about it. And this from growing up, you know what I'm saying? My granny raised me and she told me and showed me a few things what not to do and what to do. You know what I'm saying? If you a real live true chosen one. And most important, like I used to go out the door, I used to go to school every rotation, you know what I'm saying? Every day, you hear me? And I remember I was chopping it up. I was josing my aunt, you hear me, about this shit. And I was like, man, I don't know, we was speaking about my granny for something, about something. And then I was like, I don't know, she used to always rub this Earl on the middle of my forehead and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't know why she used to do that. And then my uncle was like, man, you gotta ask her why she was doing stuff like that. I'm like, nigga, she did, nigga. But I was like, you still gotta ask her though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, don't limit yourself. But I was like, nigga, she did, nigga. What you mean ask her? You know what I'm saying? Well, I was like, you can still ask her, bro. You bugging. You bugging. You know what I'm saying? And as a chosen one, something that you must do before you walk out the door, especially when you surround yourself with all these other different spirits. Some of these bodies don't even inhabit a soul. You understand what I'm saying? You must anoint your forehead with your Earl, with your anointed Earl. You must anoint your forehead. You understand what I'm saying? That's why you always see, the Arab people and stuff. They got their little point, their little star right down there. You know what I'm saying? For their first eye, their third eye, you got to keep your spiritual eye quenched. You know what I'm saying? Just like you drink physical liquid, which is called H2O, sometimes H3O, and that hydrates and keep your eyes, because when you're dehydrated, you understand what I'm saying? That causes, your eyes get dry. You know what I'm saying? All type of, your whole body, your whole shebang ain't even functioning. You know what I'm saying? Your whole feng shui ain't right. You heard me? So you gotta quench that first eye. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother system. That's a whole nother organism. That's a whole nother world. You dig? Because the true eyes is the first eye and not these physical eyes. You understand what I'm saying? This physical world, yes, it is real. Because if your ass get cut, you gon' bleed. You heard me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Hey, man, I could be a band-aid, you hear me? But I can't be no motherfucking tampon, you hear me? You ain't gonna bleed all on me. Let it marinate. But really though, you hear me? Like, listen, man, you gotta feed that, man. You gotta quench that, you know what I'm saying? With your anointed Earl. And that Earl got So many affirmations, prayers, good energy, so much, so many other different elements and herbs within that you know what I'm saying. As you anoint your eye, you know, you must keep that, you must feed that, you know what I'm saying. Just like you drink water and that goes throughout the body, go in your arteries and hydrate the whole system. Okay, that's a whole nother system that need its own type of hydration, own different type of fuel, you know what I'm saying, that Christ anointed Earl, you know what I'm saying. Just as it feeds you and protect you, you gotta feed it as well and protect it as well too. You understand what I'm saying? It's a two-way street, you heard me? And we're on the interstate of abundance, baby. And if you're a real life chosen one, you must feed that. You must feed that. You must water that. It's a flower, you know what I'm saying? That got to rise. You dig? You gotta see things for what they are, and not what, you know what I'm saying, on that future shit. Dress it up and make it look good for you. You feel me? But yeah, man. You know, as a chosen one, something else that my granny taught me was to never put dye in your head. Don't never dye your hair because you're dyeing your hair. The word is the word. You know what I'm saying? Just like they got this drink called liquid death. Oh, I'm not about to purchase that. I'm not about to buy that. They got it in alcohol form and water form. I'm not drinking neither one of them bitches. That the label is called liquid death. What you get, which is in your face. You know what I'm saying? And this world is very hyper satanic, hypersexualized, and hyper gay. You know what I'm saying? It's very unstable. You know what I'm saying? And they want that to be the norm. That's their norm. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta rock with your principalities no matter what. You gotta tighten up more and more. You know what I'm saying? They out here loose as a motherfucker. They out of pocket, like loose change. You hear me? So, cause one time I had one by my cousins, and they was dying. They the tip of their dreads and shit. You feel me? And I just put a little drip in my shit, dog. And it was nighttime. I went back home to my granny house, and she was like, "Boy, I know you ain't. We gotta we gotta cut all your hair. I told you don't put no dye in your hair." I was like, "Damn, granny." It was just a little bit. I was trying to see some shit that died was looking fire. Yeah. She like, I told you don't ever put that shit in your head. You know what I'm saying? Hey, us chosen ones, we got a good grain of hell. People only haters say this shit, but they used to be like, don't ain't no such thing as people that got good hair. No, I got good hair, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Us chosen ones, we got a good grain of hair. If you a real life chosen one, you got some good hair. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got, you know what I'm saying? They say his hair is like wool. You feel me? We are in the image of the Most High. So you understand what I'm saying? We got that nice texture of hair. You know what I'm saying? That's different from everybody else. I don't care what nobody say. I can vouch for you getting it from the horse's mouth. You feel me? And yeah, man, you're not supposed to put any dye in your hair. You're not supposed to be putting any wigs or any weave in your hair. Anybody else hair in your crown chakra, in your connector, in your biggest antenna, you know what I'm saying? We like a fucking ant, you know what I'm saying? The ant got his antennas and shit. These are your antennas, these threads that they call hair. This is vital, this is important. This is a whole nother system, you know what I'm saying? Just like I said, you gotta feed that system now. Yeah, these are your medusas, you understand what I'm saying? These are your snakes they try to teach you about and be scared about. But these really your antennas the tether and speak to the other different realms and connect with the trees easily and frequently, like you seen off of Avatar. They was taking they little, you know what I'm saying, they antenna and connecting it to the trees. The same thing you could do with your hair. Wrap around the leaves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna teach you this. They're not gonna tell you that. You a real life chosen when you's a real elemental. You can connect with everything that got a spirit, whether it's malevolent or it's positive. And sometimes the malevolent forces will look out for you. That because you the chosen one. You understand what I'm saying? You got a duty, you got a mission, and there's certain forces, but all forces know not to play with a chosen one, but at the same time, we can't get out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? We can't be like loose change out here. We got to cash out. We on the interstate of abundance. You know what I'm saying? They going down a dead end street. You feel me? And they want us to crash out with them. So we got to, hey, we riding with no blinkers on. You know what I'm saying? We watching out for the lame-os because they don't speak our lingo. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't be putting no dye in your hair wearing no wigs and no weave and none of that, because that's witchcraft, bro. You wearing other people's energy. You infusing whatever they went through, they trauma, they drama, and all of they happiness and badness all in your mix. No, you need to have your own energy. You know what I'm saying? That's like you constantly letting people use your cell phone charger now. Your shit loose as a bitch and they don't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't even want, you know what I'm saying? It's like a motherfucker. You go use a plug somewhere. Your plug don't even fit in the wall. It's falling straight out. They didn't. All type of size plugs been going in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not a one fit all. You know what I'm saying? We get in where we want to fit in. They fit in where they could get in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You a chosen one. That's when the fake ones gonna come and pop up. Just a bunch of Asian provocateurs making these videos on YouTube talking about like they chosen ones. I'm gonna tell you what it is, man. I'm not over here, you know what I'm saying, I don't want no notoriety, I don't want no fame and shit. I'm just giving you the law, you know what I'm saying? Like my granny gave it to me. I didn't sit here and make these rules up. But my granny never told me that I was special. She just gave me the discipline and you know what I'm saying, the defense and the offense and shit like that, and the special moves. You know, the special team, the offense team, the defense team. My granny gave me that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna share that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you can find some of these things in the Bible. You know, and some of these things that's not found in the Bible, you gotta realize they took some things out the Bible. You dig? Is always believe half of what you hear, half of what you see. So like I say, take everything with a grain of salt. But if you're a real life chosen one, you know this gonna resonate with you. You feel me? God made us whole. Everything that's in the cosmos, every element, vibranium, titanium, copper, gold, platinum, you know what I'm saying? Nitrogen. We got all those elements within our body. We got the skin suit. We got the chopper suit. You know what I'm saying? Chopper suit. We got the gold suit. We got the golden suit. We got the golden eye. We got the golden gun. Everyone knows that. You understand what I'm saying? That's why they hate on us. You want to call us the indigenous, they call us the African Americans. No, we the chosen ones. We the originals. We God's people. We's God's chosen sons and daughters. And they hated, and everybody stole our shit and running around like that's they shit. That was all our shit. You know what I'm saying? The Jews and the Muslims and all of that shit, they all took off and branched our shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these different languages, you know what I'm saying? They stripped us from our native tongue and all of that, our original tongue and shit. So in order to get back to source and know your original tongue and original lifestyle, hey, you gotta respect the vehicle in which the Most High dwells within. You know what I'm saying? If this house is where you house God, then it has to be your home. You understand what I'm saying? If not, it's just gonna be a house. You understand? And it's the difference between a house and a home. You understand what I'm saying? If you a real life chosen one, you respecting this body and shit. You dig? Uh, you know, no wearing no wigs, no weave. You know what I'm saying? Uh, shit, and no dyeing your hair. No, you know what I'm saying? We already spoke on. You gotta anoint that up there. You feel me? And I'm gonna give y'all one more, man. Um, Oh, no defying the body. Oh, she said no tattoos. No tattoos. No tattoos. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think she ever told me about earrings. I think she probably did, but I really can't bring it up. I had to sit there and dwell a little bit harder on it. But tattoos, she said, yeah, don't put any tattoos on my body. This is God's body. This is not your body. You borrowing this body, boy. You borrowing this body. You know what I'm saying? And it's like and my own personal reasons. I always looked at it like if I had to return my body back to the earth, you know what I'm saying? I want to return my body back to this earth, la pareza, purity. I wanna turn my body back to this earth as pure as possible, as how I was when I came in this motherfucker. So yeah, I do. You know, I don't really know. I do my little smoking every now and then. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no smokeaholic. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just straight cannabis. It's mint all type of other herbs and stuff like that. I like the benefits of all of these different things. You know what I'm saying? Everything in moderation. But you know, to each his own, man. Don't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to better you. You understand what I'm saying? But you know, you got to take care of this body. And I always say, like, if I was to give my body back to this earth, say if I was, would I make this area of the earth, of the ground, fertile? You could plant anything here. Or would it make it poisonous and unfertile? You can't do nothing with this earth. So that's what I always think about with my body. You know what I'm saying? That's the concept that I got when I was young, when my granny was teaching me these different scenarios and different rules. Cause I never knew I was the chosen one. I always knew I was different. I always felt like I ain't fit in. I always felt like I don't even belong in this motherfucker. Anywhere I go, just you know what I'm saying. Everybody just noticed me, bro. You know what I'm saying. It's like I can't hide. I could wear a hoodie. I could wear a fucking gimp suit out in this bitch. I could be wrapped up like a fucking like an exterminator or something. And nah, bro, ain't no hiding, bro. Because your light is bright. It's like you trying to put the sun in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's motherfucker gonna melt out that bitch. You hear me? Even your pockets can't hold that heat, man. I don't care what your pockets made out of. It got unless it's made out of the sun. That's the only way. But still, though, you feel me? You dig? You can't hide. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide the sun. You can't run from the rain. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? The sun gonna shine and the rain gonna cleanse. It's just a natural order. And it's a natural order about your body, you know what I'm saying? Even, I ain't perfect, but I had to learn like, hey, you gotta leave people better off than how you met them. So that go for faces, places, and situations. You know what I'm saying? Why would I don't litter. I don't leave trash wherever I go. So why would I leave trash on my body? You know what I'm saying? And that could be from emotional scars, trauma, or memories. No, I got hieroglyphics all throughout my motherfucking canals in my brain. I don't need to put no tattoos on my body. But that's one thing my granny taught me. She was like, yeah, don't get tattoos on your body. And she showed me it wasn't even one of the real tattoos. You know, it's like them little tattoos they get, you know what I'm saying? Not the real one. And she was like, this not even a real tattoo. But look how it look on my body. But it never looked like that when I got it, when I first got it and I was young. But look at it now. So don't get tattoos on your body. Don't defile your body because God dwells within your body. So looking at it from that perspective, I mean, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you really care about somebody and you really holding their memory and you know what I'm saying, keeping them alive through you don't gotta go through no tattoo and do that shit. You do that with your actions. You do that by visiting them and the things that they taught you that benefit you and make you better. You thrive and you share that with somebody else, or you just, you know what I'm saying, you keep enriching that quality. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, no tattoos, man. That's what my granny taught me. Don't get no tattoos. So, defiling your body, and at the same time looking at tattoos. To each his own. But you shouldn't be piercing your nose, piercing your ears, and none of that neither. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, to each his own. I pierced my ears when I was 12 years old. And I think I took them. I started wearing them when I was 16 or 18. Something just kept on telling me like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I used to wear green contacts too. I used to wear green contacts when I was small. And a lot of people used to tell me like, yeah, bro, you gonna go blind like that. I thought they were just hating on me and shit. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take heed because I put something foreign in my eye and I already got good eyesight. And I was like, but I put glasses on. Them bitches be making me feel sick and dizzy. I was like, ooh, I can't see how people could live wearing glasses. Damn, they in a whole nother world, boy. They on a whole nother frequency. You feel me? People that have to wear glasses. It just, I don't know, it make me feel like I could throw up wearing glasses. You know what I'm saying? The way it just make my eyes feel. Cause I got good eyesight. Like I got some hawk shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some eagle eye type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I used to wear contacts and shit, and a lot of people used to tell me like, "Yeah, you gonna go blind like that." I was like, "Man, stop saying that, man. Stop trying to cast that spell on me." But I started wearing them because I'm like, you know what? I just felt like that shit was gay anyway. I just manned up and I was like, yeah, that shit gay, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You wearing a color eyes, it's not even your real eyes, nigga. Respect what you got, nigga. Work with what you got. You know what I'm saying? So that shit gay, nigga. So I started wearing contacts and shit. And I did have my ears pierced at that time too. So I was living in H Town. I was living in Houston and shit Texas and shit. So, you know, I was on a whole different type of time, man. You know what I'm saying? I was on some real stunner man shit. I was some real Birdman shit out there in Texas. But I had earrings and like I ain't had no problems with them. I kept them clean and shit. Never hurt it or none of that shit. I ain't go to doing gauges and shit. But it just something in my spirit kept on telling me like take them earrings out, and I took them out, and everybody was like, "Why you took your earrings out, man? Keep your earrings in." You. I'm like, man, fuck are you talking about, man? God telling me put them earrings up because, hey, all of these parts of the body is you don't know. You not no doctor. You know what I'm saying? Some people not that sensitive to even realize that. Some people so numb. You know what I'm saying? But every part of the body is connected to the inside and the organs and the veins and the arteries, and people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? People don't care. But everything is connected, and your ear is a representation of certain organs within the body. Everything is a representation on the outside. There's a button for the outside and there's a button in the inside, because as a chosen one, you could heal with energy. They call it Reiki healing or whatever, whoop-de-whoop. But you could heal with energy. It's called light energy. You heal with light energy, right? And you don't have to cut nobody open. You just got to know where that button at on the outside, and with your light energy, you got to touch that button in the inside, and that's how you could heal the person. That's how you could heal yourself. That's a little extra point right there. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? So I just, I'm drawing in the piercings as well, you know what I'm saying? That's define the body, you know what I'm saying? Don't be making no modifications to the body because we was born whole, we was born as is. You know what I'm saying? Why you not a fucking coloring book? Why you gotta get tattoos and color on yourself and shit? You know what I'm saying? Somebody you honor, you love, man. Let that thump through your heart and the way you move. You ain't gotta get, to each his own, man. You know what I'm saying? I always looked at people that had tattoos like coloring books to me, or people that want attention. I mean, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, dog. Like even when I had a car, I never wanted a car with loud ass music and that get attention and shit. I want a car that you don't even know that's me in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I might be riding around in a hearse because I be killing shit. But you would think a whole nother, you think something else going on when you see the hearse. No, nigga, I'm riding around in that hearse because I be killing shit. You feel me? I pat me back my motherfucking shovel because I kept your ass alive. You heard me? You dig? You dug? But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. I'm not gonna defile my body, though. You know what I'm saying? Bad as it is, I already be smoking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Smoke my little blunts and shit. You know, not gonna defile my body any more than that. I'm about to put the blunts up anyway. It's just that I gotta get enough of my medicine so I can start making syrups and herbs. You know what I'm saying? That's what I really want to do and what I'm gonna do. I'm just speaking into existence and reminding myself. But yeah, man, how I see it from my perspective, yeah, piercing the bodies and piercings. I don't care if it's even for the ears. I don't think that you should do that as a chosen one. You know what I'm saying? Because you're defiling the body, you're making modifications. We was born whole, and you don't even really. Certain people don't even really understand the mechanics of how this body even operate. Our body is completely different from everybody else's body, honestly, and we have different functions that everybody else's body can't do. Honestly, everybody body could heal, but everybody body can't activate that Wolverine factor. That lady, what her name was, Sarah something, where they killed her or something. Her cells still was regenerating. Everybody don't have to activate. That was the chosen one. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things, not to do if you're a real life chosen one. Don't defile the body in any of these variations. You understand what I'm saying? Or modifications. Because you was born whole and this body not yours. It's only to get you across the river of life, and the most high dwells within us. Not at no goddamn missionary Baptist church. Not at no goddamn evil looking ass cathedral where they doing drink of my blood and eat of my flesh. That's some vampiric shit. That's not no real chosen one shit. You know what I'm saying? Only thing we need to be eating is the spirit and the energy, and that's the source, that's the creator of all creations, not these creatures and demigods and fallen angels and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own, man. You know, like, share, comment, subscribe, thrash something on the Cash App, man. It's $ 781 THEVBYZ. You know, it's a beautiful day. It rained and shit, so it's kind of smooth and shit. Waiting for the sun to pop out. It's real beautiful. Like, the mountains out here is smoky and shit because of the rain and the humidity and the heat. It's a beautiful ass scene. For real. Some ugly ass people around it with their energy because they could see you a chosen when they see the chosen one. They be like, wow. Like, I be sometimes, because I be thinking on a small level sometimes. I be like, damn, but you act like you never saw someone that y'all call a black person. I'm like, nah, nigga, it ain't that you black, nigga. It's that they see God. They see God. They see a mini version of God. They see a God walking amongst them. They see a God is walking amongst them, and that's why they be looking shocked. Man, this squirrel going crazy. That boy got some hops. That boy must be on. He must be watching. He must be what. He must be watching. He must watch kung fu movies or something late night. You hear me? That boy got them hops. You hear me? I should put that boy on camera, but he moving. But yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, as the chosen one, dog. It's just a couple principalities that we must honor, respect, and hold. You know what I'm saying? That we want to keep our anointings right and keep our favor right with God. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But like I said, man, like, share, comment, subscribe, man. I don't want to hold y'all. I won't be no chatty patty. It's just, that's a couple things you shouldn't do. Honor the body, don't defile the body. It's like, hey, bro. It's like, I mean, shit, everything in moderation, to each his own. But it's like, if you constantly drinking alcohol and you burning your insides up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Why is you gonna do this to your body? Why is you defiling the body? Even me, you know what I'm saying? When I come to smoking and shit, but I don't smoke like that. Like, I used to smoke. I used to smoke like an ounce in 2 to 3 days by thyself. So, I don't even smoke like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get rid of the smoke too. Once I be able to transfuse my medicine in some herbs in a minute. But to each his own, bro. Ain't nobody perfect here. You know, this would keep me from not you know what I'm saying, trademarking the motherfucker eyes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Branding the nigga jaw. You know what I'm saying? Keeping myself out of jail and shit. Just hit my blunt, relax my nerves. But yeah, man, keep it a bill with y'all, man. You know what the fuck I'm alive for. But yeah, man, can't be defiling the body, man. To each his own, everything in moderation. But if you know this is really damaging you, then you shouldn't be doing this to the body. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of people don't even know the anatomy of the body, bro. Like we just, I ain't gonna say we. Some of us been on that, you know what I'm saying, on that type of time. But you know, a lot of us are rising stars, shining the light on how to really treat the body and the real mechanics and how the inside of the body really operates. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I was saying, bro, there's buttons all over the body that activate certain features we even don't have yet to discover yet. And I've been discovering some of these features on my own body. You know what I'm saying? But some of the discoveries is like acupuncture and getting your feet rubbed, and they got like the little socks that tell you the different parts of the organs in the body, and you get to stick and press it, yeah, etc. But it gets deeper. It's levels to this shit. We talking about what's under the glacier. You know what I'm saying? The tip of that, not the top, because the top you can see on the surface. That's really the bottom. The bottom is really the top. But we understand what we on. You feel me? I ain't want to hold y'all be no chatty patties, but yeah, man, you're a real life chosen one. You gotta respect the body and shit, dog. Like, to each his own. You know, I mean, I mean, makeup too. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. I know a lot of women wear makeup, but you got your own beauty, man. Because when you try to put these chemicals and stuff on you and shit, it just make it worse. It's really eating you up, eating your insides up, eating your skin up. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's like, did you ever leave milk outside? You saw what that shit do, what it smell like? All right, that's what the same shit makeup do to your face over time. You know what I'm saying? It's like leaving milk outside on a hot ass day. You know what I'm saying? And leaving it up for a week. You know how that shit smell? All right, that's what makeup does to your body. That's what certain perfumes and fragrances does to our body. So we gotta use, you know what I'm saying, original, authentic, and not artificial. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're gonna use makeup, you better use the best makeup. Because you got a beautiful body, you got a beautiful face, you got a beautiful soul, and you got a heart made of gold. You use a chosen one. And no need to, you know what I'm saying, to go over with the aesthetics, but you do. You know what I'm saying? But the whole goal is not to defile the body in any major areas or major ways that could change the whole fluctuation of energy and the way that the spirit thrives within us. And that could also go through food too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, we're not supposed to be eating certain things. In the Bible, it says, don't eat certain things. I'm pretty sure it says in other books too, but I'm pretty sure they left out certain things we're not supposed to eat still in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? They probably just left. They really left in the Bible the part that they wanted us to go with in the Bible. But then I'm pretty sure there's more information about the proper way to, because ito is vital. You know what I'm saying? And your food should be medicine, and your medicine should be food. So anything outside of that, you can understand that. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're doing yourself. And nowadays, we know what they're doing to the food. So we really have to make sure we're not defiling our body. You know what I'm saying? In major ways, man. But I ain't want to hold y'all. It's a 31-minute chop. You know what I'm saying? 31-minute jokes. I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all holla at me, splashing on the cash app. At least leave a like, leave something in the comment section. Drop a V if I was vibing with you. You was vibing with me. Even if you was feeling violated. I'm gone. And I'm gone. And I'm gone.